More frequently asked questions for David Gross with Conde Systems. First question is, why is Conde's sublimation color so much better? And the reason is we have great people that develop our ICC profiles. Those profiles are like a color filter, and they give you that stunning vibrance and accurate color that we've worked so hard over all these years to make it happen. And they're packaged with the printers. How much does it cost me to print? Well, this is the SG400 and 800, and they're really the third generation of the Ricoh-based printers. And all the printers pretty much are about the same. And what I recommend is you calculate your cost based on 1 penny per square inch for full color. 1 penny per square inch for full color. And add to that, of course, the few extra cents for paper. On this printer, the bigger one, you can purchase the extra high capacity cartridges. If you use the high capacity cartridges, you get about a 20% savings. How many prints can I get out of my first set of cartridges? Well, with these printers using the standard capacity cartridges, the answer is about 300 normal kind of coverage on letter paper. Now, you're ultimately going to run out of one color first because you can't quite use ink evenly. But I would say if you need an answer, it's about 300. Now on your second set of cartridges, you'll get 400, and that's because that first set is used to prime the printer. So you're not wasting ink. What you're doing is you're moving some of that ink from the cartridge to fill the tubes in the printer. Can I recycle my cartridges? The answer is yes. We here at Conde will pay you $5 for each of the cartridges that you send back to us for these printers. It needs to be a sublimation cartridge that we sell. And we'll give you a $5 credit towards your purchase of additional ink. How do I take care of my printer? There's really not a short answer because we've got some great videos that tell you what to do. But in general, for these Ricoh-based printers like the SG400 and 800 printers, there are a few parts to clean. You've got the transport belt, which we have videos to show you that. That is an electrostatically charged piece of plastic that helps move the paper through the printer. Ultimately, it gets a bunch of ink on it and you clean it off. It's easy. Number two is the capping station. The capping station is what primes the print head. It's really like a pump called a peristaltic pump. It pulls ink out of the print head, and it also is a little bit like a drain. And ultimately that drain can get clogged up just like your bathroom sink drain. So we have videos to show you how to care and keep the capping station of your printer clean. Also, each of these printers has an encoder strip. Encoder strip for the horizontal encoder it helps the print head know where it is when it's moving across. And then there's a vertical encoder wheel, and that helps the printer understand where the paper is as the paper is moving through the printer. So those are the four things that come to mind that I certainly would recommend you spend a little time as the printer ages so that that printer can last as long as possible. What is rule one when it comes to sublimation success? Very simply, document. Begin your sublimation diary so that you can write down your questions, write down your answers, of course, write down what is working for you, your times, your temps, things like that. Write down your successes, write down your failures. And with that learning process, you'll be a pro in no time. And for products that you don't do frequently, it's good because you can refer back to your notes to refresh your memory as to how you did that product the last time you pressed. What's the best way to get started practicing the sublimation process? Well, the very best way is to do it. You can sit there just like in cooking, and you can watch videos about cooking. You can even dream about eating the food you cooked. But the only way you're going to really be successful at cooking, of course, is to cook something. And I think the best way to get started with the sublimation process is buy inexpensive test kits of different materials for you to practice on. I know it's very frustrating to press something and not come out right, but if you planned ahead, you've got all sorts of test materials, test fabrics, things like that, that's going to give you the motivation to continue to improve your transfer technique and ultimately to be successful. Well, I hope these FAQs have been helpful. Please email me at dgross@conde.com and I'll answer your questions.